Solution of Vector Mechanics by Beer and Johnston. So, chapter 2 is Statics of Particles. Here, the first problem is two forces are applied at a point B of beam AB. Determine graphically the magnitude and direction of their resultant using A. The parallelogram law and the triangle rule. So, here is the solution of this question. First, parallelogram law and the triangle rule. Problem 2. The cable stays AB and AD help support pole AC. Knowing that the tension is 120 lb in AB and 40 lb in AD. Here is determine graphically the magnitude and direction of the resultant of the forces exerted by the stays at A using parallelogram law and the triangle rule. The solution is at first alpha and beta is measured and parallelogram law, the diagram and the triangle rule. So answer is problem 2.3. Two structural members B and C are bolted to bracket A. Knowing that both members are in tension and that P is 1 kilonewton, 10 kilonewton and Q is 15 kilonewton. Determine graphically the magnitude and direction of the resultant force exerted on the bracket using parallelogram law and triangle rule. Here the solution is parallelogram law and triangle rule. Problem 2.4. Two structural members B and C are bolted to bracket A. Knowing that both members are in tension and that P equals to 6 and Q equals to 4. Determine graphically the magnitude and direction of the resultant force exerted on the bracket using parallelogram law and triangle rule. So the solution is parallelogram law and triangle rule. Next, problem 2.5. A stake is being pulled out of the ground by means of two ropes. Here is two ropes as shown. Knowing that alpha equals to 30 degree, determine by trigonometry the magnitude of the force P so that the resultant force exerted on the stake is vertical. And B, question B, the corresponding magnitude of the resultant. Corresponding magnitude. Here the solution is using triangle rule. Problem 2.6. A trolley that moves along a horizontal beam is acted upon by two forces as shown. Knowing that here alpha equals to 25 degree, determined by trigonometry the magnitude of the force P so that the resultant force exerted on the trolley is vertical. And question B, what is the corresponding magnitude of the resultant? Corresponding magnitude. Solution is there is a free body diagram and using the triangle rule and the sine rule, that means law of sine. Here is the solution. Problem 2.7. A trolley that moves along a horizontal beam is acted upon by two forces, P and 1600 Newton, determined by trigonometry the magnitude and the direction of the force P, so that the resultant is a vertical force of 2500 Newton. 2050 Newton. Solution is there is a free body diagram, and mm, using the law of cosines and using the law of sines, the magnitude will be measured. Problem 2.8. A telephone cable is clamped at a here is to the pole AB, knowing that the tension in the left hand portion of the cable is T1 800 lb, and determine trigonometry the required tension T2 have to measure in the right hand portion if the resultant R of the force exerted by the cable at A is to be vertical. Question B. The corresponding magnitude of R. And the solution is there is free body diagram, and using the triangle rule and the law of sines, mm, problem 2.9. A telephone cable is clamped. Same question. A telephone cable is clamped at A to the pole AB, knowing that the tension in the right hand portion of the cable is T2 equals to 1000 lb, determined by trigonometry the required tension T1 in the left hand portion if the resultant R of the forces exerted by the cable at A is to be vertical. And question B. The corresponding magnitude of R. There is a free body diagram of this question, and the solution using the triangle rule and law of sine. Next question 2.10. Two forces are applied as shown to a hook support. This is a hook support and two forces P and 50 Newton. Knowing that the magnitude of P is 35 Newton, determined by trigonometry the required angle of alpha. The required angle alpha here is if the resultant R of the two forces applied to the support is to be horizontal. The corresponding magnitude of R. There is a free body diagram, and the solution is using the triangle rule and the law of sine. Next question 2.11. A steel tank is to be positioned in an excavation knowing that alpha equals to 20 degree, determined by trigonometry. Question A. The required magnitude of force P if the resultant R of the two forces applied at A is to be vertical. Question B. The corresponding magnitude of R. Here the solution is there is a free body diagram, and same using triangle rule and law of sine. Next question 2.12. A steel tank is to be positioned in an exhibition knowing that the magnitude of P is 500 lb, determined by trigonometry the required angle alpha if the resultant R of the two forces applied at A is to be vertical. And question B is the corresponding magnitude of R. Here the solution is there is a free body diagram, and using the triangle rule and the law of sine, magnitude and R will be measured. Problem 2.13, a steel tank is to be positioned in an excavation determined by trigonometry. Question A, the magnitude and direction of the smallest force P for which the resultant R of the two forces applied at A is vertical. And question B, the corresponding magnitude of R. So, very easy question. The free body diagram and the smallest force P will be perpendicular to R, and this is the solution. Problem 2.14, for the hook support of problem 2.10 determined by the trigonometry. Same question here. The corresponding magnitude R have to measure, and the smallest force P will be measured. Problem 2.15, solve problem 2.2 by trigonometry. Same question. Problem 2.16, previous question 2.4 by trigonometry have to solve. Problem 2.17, for the stick of problem 2.5, same another problem, the free body diagram and the solution. Problem 2.18, for the hook support problem 10, same question previously seen, and the solution is problem 2.19. Two forces P and Q are applied to the lid of a storage bin as shown. Knowing that P is 48 Newton, here P is 48 Newton and Q equals to 60 Newton, determined by trigonometry the magnitude and direction of the resultant of the two force P and Q. This two force magnitude and direction, and here the free body diagram and the solution is problem 2.20. Two forces P and Q are applied to the lid of a storage bin as shown. Knowing that P 60 and Q 48, the same question here. This is free body diagram and the solution is, and problem 2.21, determine the x and y components of each of the forces shown. The solution is for uh, here the question solution is needed a free body diagram for 80 Newton force. I apply and 120 Newton force and for 150 Newton force. Here the solution is problem 2.22, same question, determine x and y components of each forces shown. For each sources the solution is, we must need a free body diagram. Problem 2.23, here the solution is the free body diagram. This is problem 2.24, same x and y components of each forces shown, and this is free body diagram and the solution is for three forces. Problem 2.25, the hydraulic cylinder BD exerted on member ABC, a force P directed along the line BD. This is BD and the forces P must have a 750 Newton component perpendicular to member ABC. Determine magnitude of the force P and its component parallel to ABC. Here the force is P. This is free body diagram and the solution is very easy question. Problem 2.26. Problem 2.26. Cable AC exerted on beam AB. A force P is directed along the AC. And the force is, knowing that P must have a 350 lb vertical component. Determine magnitude of the force P and its horizontal component. Horizontal component have to measure. Here the solution is P is 610 lb and the horizontal component Px 500 lb. Very easy question. And problem 2.27. Member BC exert on member AC. A force P is detected along line BC. Knowing that P must have a 325 Newton horizontal component. Determine the magnitude of the force P, its vertical component. Vertical component Px. Px and Py. Vertical component is Py. And horizontal component is Px. The problem is 2.28. Member BD exerts on member ABC a force P directed along line BD, knowing that P must have a 240 lb vertical component. Determine magnitude of the force P and question B its horizontal component. So we know horizontal component is Px. Here the free body diagram, Px and P. A very easy question. This is the solution. Applying sine rule. Problem 2.29. The guy wire BD exerts on the telephone pole AC. The telephone pole AC and a force is directed along BD, knowing that P must have a 720 Newton component perpendicular to the pole. Pole AC. Determine the magnitude of the force P and its component AC. Here the free body diagram is P is 2.22 kilonewton and the its component along AC, that means vertical Py is 2.10 kilonewton. Problem 2.30 and the last problem in this episode. The hydraulic cylinder BC exerts on a member AB. A force P is directed along the line BC. That is the question. Component along AB and the solution is, this is free body diagram and applying this rule, P and Py will be measured. Please subscribe my channel and see the next episode from the playlist. Thank you.